We've all been there, going down that social media feed, looking in the past, how much slimmer you looked, and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're saying, I gotta do something about this. I'm gonna get into shape. I've been working out consistently for 12 years and I've made a lot of mistakes. So I made this video so you don't have to make the same mistakes I did. These are the top 5 mistakes that I see beginners make all the time when they're trying to get in shape. Mistake number 1, thinking that you need a workout partner. I hear this and see this all the time. People say to me, I would be in the shape if I had like a really good workout partner with me. Now, as a person that's been on this fitness journey for over 12 years, I've been to many gyms, I've seen a lot of people work out, I've trained a lot of people. And one of the things I see that happens all the time is that when I see workout partners, a group, or if it's just 2 people, somebody's falling off. And when somebody falls off as far as showing up for the workouts, it makes you more likely not to show up. All the times I've been to a gym, when I see a group, it slowly starts dwindling down to 1, and then that person is gone. Every person I see in the gym that's in really good shape, whether it be bodybuilders, there's some Instagram models out there, or just people who just have a really good physique, what you're gonna notice is that they show up all the time by themselves. And a lot of people don't realize when they're beginning this journey of working out, this is a personal journey. No one's gonna do it for you. If you need someone else to motivate you to get you to work out, that's gonna be a bad situation. You've got to figure out how to motivate yourself, because working out is just one part of the equation. The other part is the mental aspect of what are the tricks that are playing you on your mind that make it so that you don't work out. If you get home from work and you're exhausted and you know if you sit down on that couch, you're not gonna work out. Oh, new episode of Game of Thrones? That is something that should be triggering to let you know that if I don't immediately go work out after work, guess what? I'm not gonna do it. Ask anybody who's in really good shape. Ask them, what time do they work out? They always give you a time. They're not looking up into space like, oh, well, sometimes I do this, because they have it honed down that if I go at this time, every time, I'm more consistent, and this makes it so that I keep in shape. Another workout mistake that beginners make is that they have the wrong goal. They're trying to lose weight instead of losing body fat. Losing body fat should be the key here, not losing weight, because as you gain more muscle, you're gonna stop seeing that go down as far as the weight and the numbers that you're trying to reach, that high school weight or something like that that you're trying to reach. So what you wanna do is make sure that you're looking at body fat loss. Now, if you're asking yourself, how do I measure my body fat? I've got a solution for you. It's our next sponsor. It's a fitness scale by FitTrack. FitTrack is the world's most accurate smart scale. And by smart scale, I mean it can measure your body fat. So if you're looking for something to measure your body fat, and if you're looking for really good accuracy, the FitTrack scale is the most accurate scale on the market. In an independent study, it has been proven that FitTrack has only a 3% variation from the DEXA scan. And if you don't know what the DEXA scan is, it's the gold standard in measuring body fat. But you have to go to a machine. It's around $150 a session. You got to make sure you have one in your state. Who has time for all that? So that's why I like to use the FitTrack, because I can get accurate results as much as going to a doctor in a lab to get, that I can get in the comfort of my own home. What I like about it is that it syncs up with my Apple Watch through the Apple Health app, and it can track a lot of other things in my body. How much water I'm carrying, my bone density, my BMI, and the best thing, body fat. It also works with Garmin and Fitbit, and it has an app that goes along with it where the scale links up with your devices via Bluetooth. The whole app can give you a customized plan for yourself when it comes to certain meal plans, workouts, and where you're trending into your fitness. Now, the scale is normally $139.95, but with the exclusive link down below, if you click that link, you'll get 30% off. And if you put this special coupon code in, Discipline Dave, you'll get an additional Actually, I'm gonna have you click the link and put in the code. Go ahead and click the link below and put in the coupon code DisciplineDave, and you'll see I'm gonna give you a tremendous deal. But just click the link and give it a try, because you're already getting 30% off just by clicking the link. But that additional mystery percentage off, and I'm telling you, it's a really good deal. It's gonna be worth it for you. Just put in DisciplineDave right now so you can see what you're gonna get just for being a supporter of the channel. Now, the third mistake that most beginners make is that they're weight lifting instead of weight training. There is a difference. When I see people go to the gym, I see a lot of bad form out there. And when I say bad form, I'm not just being a snob. I want to see you improve. In order to improve, you actually need to be working out the muscles that you're trying to develop, not getting from point A to point B. For instance, when I show you something like a bicep curl, you see this all the time at the gym. If you see it, leave a comment. Let me know if you see this too. You're seeing people getting the curl bar and they're hoisting the weight up, okay? They got a lot of plates on there and they're hoisting it up, but they're not actually using their biceps. They're using a lot of momentum to get the weight up there instead of contracting with the arms. So what I recommend doing, if you're gonna go to a gym, is that use that cable machine. See, that cable is gonna come from behind and you're not gonna be able to hoist that weight up. You're really gonna have to curl it up there. And for those out there watching the channel, I recommend using resistance bands. Resistance bands, you don't need a gym. You can do it at home. And this channel here, I have a bunch of videos showing you how to use it. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But with cables and resistance bands, that's why I prefer that a lot better if you're a beginner trying to work out, because it's gonna make you respect form. Because all those weights are not gonna matter if you don't actually know how to contract the muscles. So with resistance bands or cables, you're really gonna have to focus on stability so that way you're not hoisting that weight up. And it works that way in all different exercises. I mean, you can really cheat when it comes to a bench press by really throwing the weight up there, but try to do a cable fly and you'll see it'll be a lot more difficult and it'll be more contracting onto your chest, which leads to you to have a bigger, more developed chest. So when I say weight lifting from weight training, every time you're working out, every time you're working out, I want you to think, am I really contracting the muscle I'm trying to develop? Am I fully stretching it on the way down and I'm really squeezing on the way up? If the answer is no to that, you are weight lifting, not weight training. Now this next one, not only do I see beginners make it, I see people who are getting more immediate make this mistake. And it took me a long time to figure this out. Stop worrying about sets and reps. Now when it comes to sets and reps, what I mean is that you'll hear trainers, or if you look at some fitness model or something like that, they'll tell you gotta do 3 sets of 10 to 12 or whatever exercise. I know, you're saying it's the cornerstone of everything. How many do I know? What number should I do? Well, here's the thing when it comes to sets and reps. What that's intended is that you're gonna do 3 sets of that same exercise. And when it says 10 to 12, it should be very difficult at 10 and you're really struggling at 12. Now, think of it that way. It should be very difficult at 10, and then when you get to 12, I mean, it should be almost nearly impossible. That's how you should guide sets and reps. But with that said is that, let's say you're doing that exercise and you get to number 12, okay? You're getting to number 12 and you still feel like you can pump out more. Don't stop because you just got that number there. Keep going until you can't possibly do it. Don't save your set for the next one there. Every time you do a set, every single time, you really should be giving it your all. It should feel like you're kicking your butt every single time, because that's how you get real results. Most beginners just stick with that number and they've reached to the end of that and they go ahead and they take their water break and everything like that, and they feel good after their workout, but they're not really sore. They didn't tear any muscle fiber, so there's no change in the results. So you want to make sure that you're always focusing on completing every set till failure. Now we're on our last one, and as I was filming this, I knew that there was one more bonus that I need to put in there. So I got a bonus one after this, so don't turn it off yet. Now our next one is all about eating the right foods, okay? You need to make sure that you're eating properly. One, eating the right foods, and then also being in a caloric deficit. So what I mean by eating the right foods is that you can eat a lot of bad food and keep it under your caloric deficit, but you want to make sure that you're eating things that are gonna fuel your workouts. So protein, carbohydrates, and a lot of fruits and vegetables. Now, I'm not gonna give you an exact guide because I already made one for you. So I have a link in the description below that you can use my free meal plan, and I have a video attached to it that talks about it. So I can go into the full length of that, but I wanna make sure that you also understand that eating right is part of this equation when it comes to beginners that work out. They underestimate that. They think about eating to lose weight instead of eating to fuel your workouts. They want to think, I shouldn't eat any carbs. Well, if you're working out the way you're supposed to, you're really pushing yourself, you're actually going to need those carbs. And if you're wondering when, go ahead and check out that meal plan so you'll know exactly what foods to eat to make sure that you get into the best shape as possible. All right, as promised, this is the bonus. This is some valuable information. This is the #1 mistake that beginners make when it comes to working out. They don't show up. That's it. I know you're thinking it should have been something big and elaborate, but that's what holds most people back. They just don't show up. When I go to the gym, when I see people working out, I know them. I see them all the time. They're the ones that are always there by themselves, putting in the work. Are you gonna be that person there? Are you gonna be that person that just shows up that first month after New Year's, the New Year's resolution? Or you're gonna be that one that shows up on Monday, but I don't see them on Friday? Is that gonna be you? Is that the decision that you're gonna make? But you can go ahead and make a different one. And that different one you can make is by hitting that subscribe button. And don't do it for me, do it for yourself. Because I've got a bunch of videos that's gonna show you how to get in shape right now, at home, right now. In the next video, you can click and everything can change. So that starts by hitting that subscribe button because we're gonna do this together and make sure we work out. Now, after you hit that subscribe button, go ahead and check out this playlist here where I show you how to work out. And also, YouTube says you're gonna like this video a lot, so click one of these and begin your journey today.